After over a decade of being a CrossFit coach and personal trainer, I ditched the gym for workouts at home. But even for a fitness instructor, working out alone can be tough. So I invite you to work out with me. Welcome back to So Pumped Fitness, the channel for people who love to move. Today, we are combining two exercises, lungesters, which is where we step back into a lunge and then into another lunge, then into a squat and thruster. Yeah, that's one movement. And we're also combining that with sit-ups. So the only equipment that you're gonna need today is something to cushion your back while you're doing sit-ups. If you have an ab mat, that's awesome. If you don't, you need a towel, sweatshirt, something that you can fold up that you can put behind you when you do sit-ups that will cushion and support your lower back. So pause and go grab that, and then we are gonna get started. Now, we gotta talk about the way this workout comes together today. We are doing increasing time intervals, 15 seconds of lunges, 15 seconds of sit-ups. Then we're increasing the intervals by 15 seconds each time. So we'll go 30 seconds of each, then 45 seconds of each, then 60 seconds of each, then a minute and 15 of each, then a minute 30 of each, and then we are done. Total workout time today is 10 minutes and 30 seconds. I think you're ready to get started. Let's get started with a 4-minute dynamic stretching warm-up. We're starting out with our quad pull. So we're grasping our ankle, getting a nice little quad stretch. Remember, those quads are our muscles here in the front of our leg, and we're going to keep alternating. So just grasping that ankle, pushing the knee down toward the floor, standing up tall. As soon as you get that nice stretch, then you're just releasing it and switching to the other one. We're going 40 seconds for each dynamic stretch today in our warm-up, which means that we have about 15 seconds left here in our quad pull. Now let's talk about the workout a little bit more. Today's workout is my favorite type. It's an interval timed workout, which means that we are gonna switch exercises at the exact same time. Pause there for a second. Okay, we're switching to our cradle pull. So we're supporting our knee and our ankle, pulling up into that cradle stretch. Our cradle stretch, you should feel that stretch here through the glute, through the IT band. Same concept here. As soon as you feel that stretch, we're just switching out, alternating here as we go. About 20 more seconds here of our cradle pull. So an interval workout, that means that we don't have to count reps. We get to move at our own pace. Your pace might be faster, might be slower than mine, but we're doing the same exercise for the same amount of time. And it's just so nice because all we have to do is listen for the beep. Speaking of beep, let's move to our side lunge. We're taking a wide straddle stance, and then I want you sitting back and down over to the right side, feeling that stretch through the left inner thigh, and then going through the middle again, sitting back and down to the left side. So now we're getting that stretch through our inner thighs, and we're going to keep alternating side to side here. So quick shout out to So Pumped watcher Christy. She messaged me the other day and she was like, I have this reoccurring knot in my shoulder. What kind of workout can I do if I can't use my shoulder? And it was such a great question. We're gonna switch to our triangle stretch. So we're putting one foot in front of the other, legs are staying straight, we're hinging from our hips. Now we're getting a stretch through our hamstrings. Keep alternating here through our triangle stretches. I loved that message from Christy because, as you guys know, most of our workouts and our movements that we do here in So Pumped, they're big, multi-joint, full body movements, which I like to do because that gives you the most fitness bang for the smallest amount of time. But what happens when your full body isn't agreeing with you and you still want to move and get some fitness in for your day, but one of your body parts isn't agreeing? Let's switch up to an overhead stretch. Okay, so Christy, if this is one of your days where your shoulder is hurting, then you're not gonna do this overhead stretch. But if your arms are feeling fine, y'all go ahead and do an overhead stretch. If your arms are hurting and this overhead stretch doesn't feel right, you're just gonna repeat your favorite leg stretch. So if you guys are having one of those days where one of your body parts isn't agreeing with you, but you still wanna get a workout in, I am gonna start teaching you how to modify workouts so that we can still get some movement in our day and not stress out our bodies even more. We're gonna end here with a calf stretch, last stretch for our warm-up. So we're pushing our heel back down toward the floor, and then we're just gonna switch, and we're gonna lean forward as we push our heel down toward the floor. Keep switching side to side. You should feel that stretch through your calf, that muscle there, lower part of the back of your leg. So today's workout, we're combining those unweighted lungesters and sit-ups. And this workout is mostly for our lower body, all these muscles in our legs, and for our abs. There's one part in our lungester where we're going to reach up overhead, but if your arms are hurting you today, go ahead and relax. Then you don't have to do that overhead part. So this is a great workout if your arms are hurting, if you have anything going on, some sort of knot in a shoulder, some sort of elbow, whatever arm issue, but you still want to get some movement in today. Make sure to save, bookmark this workout. You can come back to it anytime you have something going on with the upper body, but you still want to get a great workout for your abs and your legs. So now we're ready to practice those movements that we're doing in today's workout. Our first movement today is our lungester. So that is a lunge with one leg, a lunge with the other leg, and then our unweighted thruster, which is where we go through a squat and we stretch our arms up overhead. Follow along with me. We're going to be stepping back into our lunges today. So taking a step back, and then in our lunge, we're dropping our body straight down. Now pay attention to this top knee. Is it shooting out in front of your toes? If so, bad. Scoot that knee back. We want our knees aligned directly over our ankle. Now let's stand up, switch it out. The other foot steps back. And again, we're dropping our bodies down. Is that front knee directly over your front ankle? Good. Stand up, let's put our feet shoulder width apart, and we're sitting ourselves back into our squat. Let's put our hands on our shoulders, and then as we're standing up out of our squat, if our shoulders are feeling good, we're reaching up overhead. If your arms are not feeling good today, you will not do that overhead part, and you'll just do your squat and keep your hands on your shoulders. Let's try this again. So stepping back into that lunge. Can we get our knee all the way to the floor? If you can, that's fantastic. But if you can't and you're here in this partial lunge, you're still gonna get a great workout. So anytime we lunge, go to your comfort level. For me, that's putting my knee all the way on the ground. Switch. For you, if that's not, and that knee just dips down a little bit, you do you. This is all about your workout today. So now again, for that squat, we're setting our feet shoulder width apart, sending our hips back and down, and then as we come up out of that squat, if it's comfortable, stretching our arms up overhead. I'm gonna do one without turning forward to face you, so let's try that all together. Putting our hands on our shoulders as if we were holding dumbbells. We'll step back into that lunge, lowering down to our comfort level, stepping it back to the front, stepping back again to a lunge, lowering to our comfort level, stepping our feet up and bringing our feet to shoulder width, sending our hips back and down, our heels stay on the floor, and then we're driving our arms up overhead, or of course not doing that part if our arms aren't feeling it. Let's do 2 more lunges together just to make sure that this movement is rock solid. So we've got our hands on our shoulders, chest is tall and proud. We're stepping back into that lunge, lowering to our comfort level. Then both the foot comes forward. We're stepping the other foot back, lowering down to our comfort level. Foot comes forward, making sure that our feet are shoulder width apart. We're keeping our heels down as we sit back and down to that squat, and then driving up, and those arms go up overhead if it's comfortable. Last one, stepping back to the lunge, back foot forward, other foot back foot forward to shoulder width, sitting back, squat, and optional up overhead. I think you've got that. The only other movement that we are doing in today's workout is our sit-ups. So let's make sure that we've got our towel, our sweatshirt, whatever we are using to cushion our lower backs. We are gonna not sit on top of that. We're just gonna have it right behind our butts, and that is just to cushion our lower back. So as you sit back here, we're gently tapping the floor with our fingertips, and then we're using our ab muscles to sit up. Let's do 5 all together. So coming back, tapping the floor, tapping our shoelaces, tapping the floor, tapping our shoelaces. Our butts stay down in the floor the entire time. Really important, even as we get tired, that we keep our butts firmly down in the floor. This workout is starting out with 15 seconds of lungesters followed by 15 seconds of sit-ups. And we are starting in 7 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. and go. We're stepping back to that first lunge and then the next lunge. Remember to put the feet shoulder width apart as we sit back to our squat and only putting our arms up overhead if it's comfortable. Stepping back to that lunge again, lunge, and then we'll squat, but now it's time to go to sit-ups. Okay, lying down on the floor, sitting back, and then crunching our abs as we come up. I told you these first intervals are gonna go by like that. Oh, if only they were all so quick. Now it's time to go back to our lungesters, this time 30 seconds of lungesters. So it's that lunge, lunge, then into the squat, and if it's comfortable, going up overhead. Keep moving at your own pace. Remember, this is a choose your own adventure. If you need a challenge today, then I want you moving as fast as you possibly can. But if you're not really feeling that and you just want some movement in your day today, then you go at your own pace, honey. Do what feels best for you. But right now, we're moving on to sit-ups. So back down and crunching those abs, keeping our butts firmly down in the floor, but getting that nice full range of motion. So the reason we have that cushion beneath our lower back is so that we can push our lower back down into it, really engaging our abs as we sit up. This is gonna help protect our lower back, make sure that they are not too sore tomorrow. And we are almost ready to go back to those lungesters. Let's stand on up. We've got 45 seconds of lungesters this time. So again, moving at your own pace. Really paying attention to that form though. So in this movement, we're really paying attention to our heels. That front heel, is it staying down in the floor? When we squat, our heels staying down, our chest staying up, and we're not collapsing our upper body. We should be very tall and proud all throughout this lungester movement. And of course, that front knee as we do our lunge, super important. We're making sure that that front knee stays aligned over our front heel. But it is time, once again, for our sit-ups. Heading back down to the mat. And now you can switch up the way that you have your legs if you'd like. So I tend to go this knee up version of our sit-ups. But if you'd like, maybe you can straighten the legs out. Maybe you go to a butterfly knee. Do whatever is most comfortable for you. And remember that you can always switch it up every time we come around to the sit-ups. You never have to get bored. Keep going here. We have 15 more seconds of sit-ups. Keep moving. And it is time again for our lungesters. So keep moving at your own pace. We've got a minute here in our lungesters. This is our third longest set of lungesters. Remember, we're going a minute of each, then a minute 15 of each, then a minute 30 of each. So these intervals are gonna feel a little bit longer. We've already got our warm-up intervals in. They went by nice and quick. Now we're into those endurance intervals. Move at your own pace. Form is always number one. But if you can push the pace a little bit, if you're moving faster than me, that is awesome. Keep doing what feels best for you. We have 15 seconds of lungesters left. Time for sit-ups. I'm gonna go butterfly knees on this one. We're doing an entire minute of sit-ups. Once again, if you can push the pace on these and you know that you can do a minute of fast sit-ups, then that is what I want you to do. But if that's not what you're feeling today, and you're just happy to be moving, you're taking your deep breaths, you're enjoying feeling that crunching motion of your abs, strengthening your muscles with each sit-up, hey, move at your pace. That's what we're here to do. We've got 25 seconds left in our sit-ups. I'm gonna let you listen to some music. We are standing back up for those lungesters. We have our minute 15-second interval here. Make sure you're getting a lunge with each leg before you go into that thruster. And remember that arm movement is optional. You can keep those hands on the shoulders without pushing the hands up overhead the entire time, if that's what feels best for you today. Listen to your body. We have 30 seconds of lungesters left. Pay attention to that form. Chest up, abs in strong. Keeping the heel down. And taking deep breaths. Just controlling our movement, really enjoying squeezing our muscles, really loving how this workout feels. We are almost through this set of lungesters. 3, 2, and we are back down to the floor. Maybe try switching out your leg movement again. So, or leg position, excuse me. I've got my legs long this time. And I'm gonna keep them in that long position for the next minute of sit-ups. You put your legs where it feels most comfortable for you. Let's get our sit-ups done. Keep moving here. We have 50 more seconds of sit-ups. You can do this. My abs are on fire. I hope yours are too. You have 15 more seconds. Keep pushing if you can. Take those breaks whenever you need to. But our last intervals are coming up right here. We have a minute and a half of lungesters, followed by a minute and a half of sit-ups. Let's get to it. Last set of lungesters here. Lunge, lunge, and into that squat thruster.
Silhouette, moving a little bit. Your plan, making me wet.
Keep breathing. We still have a minute left here for our lungesters. Form is first. Form is number 1. Pulling our abs in strong, going through the most full range of motion that we can. So maybe that back knee gets to the floor, maybe it doesn't. Do what your body needs to do today. Regardless, we are gonna keep moving for 40 seconds. So no matter what your range of motion looks like today, as long as you are doing your best, then you are winning. We have 30 seconds left. We are all moving, we're all breathing, we are all enjoying this movement that we're getting in our day today. 20 seconds of lungesters left here. Come on, you can do this. Keep going. And we're here for 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, good job. But now it is down to the mat. We have our longest set of sit-ups here, but this is our last set of sit-ups. So a minute and 20, fall into that pace, whatever that means for you. The goal here is to move the whole time. But of course, if you need to take a rest and then jump back in when you're ready, that is awesome too. Whatever gets you the best workout today. Now we have a minute of sit-ups left. This is the last minute of our workout. So proud of you. You've done an awesome job with this one very challenging long movement, the lungester, and then this quicker, more simple movement, the sit-up. They're both super challenging. They're both giving us an awesome chance to move our bodies today. So keep it up. You have 30 seconds left. Here we go. Last 30 seconds of the high intensity part of this workout. Keep moving. Keep pushing that lower back into your cushion, your ab mat, your sweatshirt, your towel, whatever it is that you're using to support your lower back. Push that back down into it. Crunch those abs. We have less than 10 seconds. Give me just a few more sit-ups. We are here for 3, 2, and time. Good job. Grab a quick drink of water. I am so proud of you. That was a really fun, quick workout. And now we're getting ready to stretch. I want to start our stretch right here on the mat. So if you got up to get your water, come right back down to the mat. We're going to start out on our bellies. This is going to be an ab stretch called a sphinx or a seal stretch. So we're going to be here. I like to start out with my elbows under my shoulders and just lifting through my chest, relaxing my lower back, relaxing my butt cheeks, feeling that stretch through your core. Now, if you don't feel the stretch here, then we can put our hands to the floor and lift up. This is called seal pose. Sometimes this is a little bit too intense for me, and I like to stay in sphinx with my elbows down. In fact, that's what I'm going to do today. But you stay wherever you get the best ab stretch. And let's breathe, lifting through the crowns of our heads, breathing, relaxing our core muscles, and just congratulating ourselves. That was not an easy workout. That was 10 and a half minutes of tough work, and you did it. Congratulations. And from here, let's relax our chest down, press ourselves up to all fours, and then we are coming all the way up to standing. We're going to come to our standing quad stretch. So if you need to find your balance on something, do that. We are going to grab that right ankle in our right hand. So we're stretching out our quads, that muscle again in the front part of our thigh. We're lifting through our chest. We're pulling our abs in strong. We're breathing here. Good, and let's switch out that quad stretch. So now grasping that left ankle. Again, chest tall, abs in, pointing that kneecap straight down at the floor, pressing our hip bones forward, getting that good stretch through the front of our legs. And we'll release that quad stretch. Come back down to the mat with me here. I'm gonna do one of my favorite stretches, which is that figure 4 stretch. So we're taking our right ankle across our left knee, placing our hands behind us, and we are pushing our chest toward our right shin. Okay, so for some of us, that left knee is gonna be high, and we're pressing our chest really close to our shin, okay? Some of us, it might be a little bit wider like this. Our goal here is to get that stretch through the right IT band, through the glutes. So wherever you need to go that gives you that stretch, don't feel like your stretch has to look like mine. Our bodies are all a little bit different. We just wanna go wherever gives us that best stretch through our glutes and through our IT bands. Our glutes worked hard today in those lungesters. Our whole lower body did. Those are tough, but fun. And let's switch that out. So releasing that right ankle, let's take our left ankle across our right knee. Once again, going to where we feel comfortable. Hands might have to be further back. But wherever we are, we're pressing our chest forward, leaning forward toward that left shin, feeling that stretch through our left glutes and through that IT bands. And let's take deep breaths here. We're beginning to slow our heart rate. So this is like the celebration after the workout, right? So we made it through the workout. We pushed ourselves through that high intensity part of our movement today. And now we're just rewarding ourselves, feeling that warmth in our bodies, and breathing here, letting our heart rate slow down a little bit. Just thinking about how proud we are that we got our workout in today. Good, let's release that. Last stretch I want to do today is a butterfly stretch. So I gotta fix the leggings. We are gonna put the soles of our feet together so our legs are like a diamond or a butterfly. Now I don't want you to pull those heels as close to your body as you can. I want about a foot, foot and a half of space between your heels and your body. Knees are relaxed to the side. And then I just want us to let us relax our upper bodies forward. So for some of us, we still might be sitting up pretty tall, and that's as far forward as you're gonna get. Some of us, we might be able to relax forward, maybe even put your forehead on your feet. I don't know. Again, our bodies are gonna look a little bit different when we stretch. So go to where you feel the best stretch. We should be feeling this a little bit in the inner thighs, a little bit through our glutes and through our lower back. This, we want to be just a nice relaxing stretch. Go ahead, let that head and neck relax down. Let that head melt down towards your feet. This is just a nice relaxing way to end our workout today. Good, and from here, let's roll ourselves back up to that seated position. All right, congratulations, you did it. Remember, this workout is great for days when you want to focus on the lower body and the abs. If we've got a knot in our shoulders and our necks, or if we've got some sort of pain or injury anywhere in our upper body, make sure to bookmark this workout, and you can come back to this anytime you just really need to focus on the legs and the abs. Awesome job today. Make sure to give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. I love your comments. If you know someone else who has something going on with their upper body and they just need a awesome leg and ab workout, make sure to share this with them. And I will see you next time. Bye.